What's up, everyone? Aaron Schatz here, Editor-in-Chief of ASE Publishing, and today we've got another review for you. This time, it's the Kingston HyperX Cloud Stinger gaming headset. It's $49 right now. Great entry-level price. We'll see how it performs. This is review ID 56883. You can check out this and all our reviews by going to www.aselabs.com. But I will save you the trouble. You're watching this on YouTube right now. There's a subscribe button right below here. You hit that. You'll be informed of all the content we post. It's all videos these days. So, here's the headset. Let's get into this review. If you haven't seen the unboxing, I'm going to save you the trouble right now. You get this headset right here and this breakout Y cable, which basically turns this headset jack into a separate microphone and speaker jack. And you get some literature, and now you don't have to watch the unboxing. Now let's take a closer look at what we've got on the Cloud Stinger. So if you remember the Cloud Revolver that I reviewed in the past and the Cloud 2 headsets that I reviewed in the past, those were actually more expensive products. This is an entry-level product. But a lot of the feedback that we gave, and in fact a lot of the market gave as well, for the Cloud Revolver and the Cloud 2 headset has been incorporated into here. The first one is the non-removable mic. This is a great feature to actually have. So this mic is not removable, which you might think like, oh my god, it's not removable. It swivels out of the way. So when it's, I'll just show you. So if you're talking and this is down, it's on. The mic is on right now. If you want to mute yourself, boom, the mic gets muted. You can actually hear it click a little bit in your ear when you actually mute it and unmute it. That's a mechanical thing. And that's great because there's no piece to lose. On the Cloud 2 and the Cloud Revolver, they were removable and you could theoretically lose the actual microphone of the actual headset. Another nice feature is the Swiveling Ear Cups. So if you're taking this on vacation, or if you're taking this in a LAN party, if they even still have those nowadays. But to be honest, when I review stuff, I like to actually use the product. I don't just like to get it and then all of a sudden, 2 days later review it. I took this on a business trip I had to do. And on a laptop case and everything, the swiveling action allowed this to lay flat, and it was actually pretty easy to transport. You can also leave it on your head, around your neck like this, so in transit it's not affecting your neck and all this other stuff. So that's actually a nice little feature to have. Additionally, if you see, each of the ear cups extends out, so you can actually have a pretty big head for this. But not to say that I don't have a big head. I didn't really need to adjust it that much. It pretty much fits on the lowest setting already. So if you have a smaller head, I'm not sure how that's going to actually work for you, but on my head, I didn't need to adjust anything. And that's good. Another thing that I actually want to mention is the passive noise canceling. Now obviously it's not active. So if you have like a Bose noise canceling headphones and stuff, that's all great and stuff, that's all active. Meaning like you have to have power to it and it actively responds to the signals coming to it, so it actually cancels out those noises that you don't want to hear. These are earmuffs basically. So if you went to a shooting range or something, you have those really hard earmuffs that basically compress your head together to really block out the sound. This is just like that, except it doesn't feel that bad. So basically, it's nice soft material. It goes over your entire ear. Remember, these are over-the-ear headphones. Once they're over your ear, they block out a good amount of sound. They're not as good as the Cloud Revolvers or the Cloud 2s, but I got to tell you, it's pretty impressive for something like this, that the amount of sound it actually blocks out. I'm always shocked that when you put something on, you're like, oh wow, it blocks out a pretty good amount of sound. Even me hearing my own voice, it sounds muffled right now. Another great thing that HyperX did is they integrated all the controls on the headset itself. So in the past, for instance, the Cloud 2 and the Cloud Revolver both had the controls not on the actual cable, but below the cable. So on the Cloud 2, it was actually integrated with the USB little headset thing, the sound card that actually came with it. So once you plug this in there, then you have all the controls. But what if you didn't use USB? You were screwed, right? If you use the Cloud 2, those controls came again attached to a cable that you plugged into here. So if you didn't want to use that cable, again, you were screwed. This time, the microphone mute is this right here, so that takes care of that. And the volume is actually here on this cup right here, so it's on the right. So you get the volume up, the volume down, and it's all integrated on the actual headset itself. And you don't, and if you just use this as a headset cable, it works just fine, just the way it is. Really, really good stuff. They took a lot of the feedback that a lot of the market gave, and they incorporated in this. And remember, entry-level price of $49 too. So to show you the length of the cable, just take it out. So you've got about 5 feet or so. I'm sure it actually says it on the box. Let's see. 1.3 meters for this headset cable right here. And if you actually want to use this on a computer or something that has separate microphone and speaker jacks, you'll get an additional 1.7 meters. So that's like, this is about 6 feet or so, a little over 6 feet, and this is about 5 feet a little bit. So you get about a little over 10 feet if you wanted to use both. Most of the time you're actually going to just use this headset jack right here. Most laptops, all the cell phones and stuff use headset jacks nowadays. So you're probably just going to plug this in. And I will show you this. The cable is long enough to actually extend to your pockets, your other pockets, on your hip if you're, have a holster on your for your cell phone, and it goes far enough. I still like a little longer cables, and the other thing about this type of cable is it's not braided, so it's rubberized, which is fine for the most part, except sometimes it gets caught, especially on like cloth. You can see like it'll get caught in this cloth right here, whereas a braided cable generally won't. But again, we're talking about entry-level price here, so you can't just say that, oh my God, it's bad because of that. No. For the price, it's still acceptable. I'm just saying that's a caveat. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you can't get improvements from even this product. Now, I understand it's $49 entry-level model, but you know what? Feedback is always really nice when you can give to companies, so I'm just going to give you some feedback right now. I love the design that Kingston, or HyperX, I'm pretty sure they just want to be called HyperX now, is going for. I like the fact that you can carry it. I like the fact that these earmuffs swivel. I like the fact that the microphone is on the device and it's not removable. What I suggest moving forward, though, is having a removable cable for it. And the reason is when it's in transit, this isn't a problem just using it. If you're just using this on your computer or something on your desk, this is no big deal. But if you're having this in transit, like for instance, when I put this in my laptop bag, the laptop bag isn't that much bigger than this in the space that I want to put it in. And I was afraid that it was actually going to start like bending and breaking this part of the cable right here. So this is a suggestion for the future, but HyperX, if you could actually make this cable removable, that would be really, really awesome. It would make transporting this a lot easier because you don't have this thing that juts out right here. Otherwise, the actual headset is pretty solid. One of the most important parts about a headset is not just the sound quality, but how it actually feels on your head. Especially when it says it's a gaming headset, because a gaming headset implies like you're gonna leave this on for a really long time. So we're not going to talk about the sound quality right now. I'll go into it a little bit later, but here's a caveat: it's good. Sound quality is good, especially for $49 pair of headphones. That being said, the comfort to me is paramount in a gaming headset. And when I was listening to this on a flight and stuff, it was really comfortable. Even with and I had like earplanes in my ears. So I had earplanes in my ears and these were on it and it was still comfortable. Other than the earplanes obviously causing my ear canals to be pushed open and forced open. But the actual headset itself blocked out a lot of noise and it was comfortable to wear on the flight. And that's really nice. You have this padding up here on the top of the head. Each of the ear cups right here have this leatherette and memory foam that Kingston pretty much puts on everything. Each of the cups articulates this way and swivels this way. You can see that here. This, again, if you have bigger heads, you can open these and it goes back in place. It also just fits on your head very nicely. Once it's in position, it doesn't move that much, and a lot of the times I always get concerned because I wear glasses. You have a little bit of space between your head and where the size of your glasses are, and it always like affects the sound dampening, and then it might force your glasses into your face a little bit more, because if you don't wear glasses, A, it's annoying, B, the actual side of the actual glasses will rest away from your face a little bit, so they're not pushing against your face. So comfortability is very important, especially because I wear glasses. And I can tell you that these are fine for extended periods of time. If you like those USB sound cards that were given on like the Cloud 2, and I think a couple of the Cloud Revolver models, they had those USB sound cards. This doesn't come with one, but I mean, honestly, those days are over. You don't need USB sound cards. This headset jack works fine, and if you need the breakout, they give you the breakout. Again, all the controls are actually built into the headset itself, and that is a really, really big step forward in terms of headset design. I actually don't like having the actual cable, especially if it's not on this cable, to have all the controls. To me, this whole thing, this unit right here, should be self-contained. I shouldn't need to plug something else into it, and it changes it. And that was the problem with the Cloud 2 and the Cloud Revolver. So I suspect on the next update of the Cloud Revolver that they're going to incorporate a lot of design decisions that they had here into that one, and that would be great. It's $49 right now, and I can tell you this, for a $49 headset, a gaming headset, it's really, really good. The sound quality is pretty damn good, and I'm not an audiophile. You're not going to get me to say like, oh my god, the highs and the lows and yada yada yada. I can tell you this, that sound quality is on par with what I've heard. Granted, the Cloud Revolver blocks out sound better. It's got slightly better bass to me. The highs are slightly better. But honestly, either one I have no problem with. The comfortability of the Cloud Revolver is a little bit better, only because it has that headband that actually basically like molds to your head almost and like springs above your head and stuff. But otherwise, I have no problem using either of them for extended periods of time. And taking this one on trips is a lot easier than taking that other one, because the Revolver doesn't actually fold. And if I'm walking around an airport, it's a lot easier for me to do this than to have the ear cups up here and holding my head up. So if you're traveling a lot, this thing is a no-brainer, especially if you want a gaming headset. So obviously, I like to game a lot. Maybe not as much as I used to, but I like to listen to music too. And most of the music I listen to is not like metal and stuff. It's usually ambient stuff that I can work with. Like if I'm working on something, it's in the background. So there's generally a lot of bass. There's a lot of like lows and stuff. And the headset performs fine for that stuff. Like I said, you're not going to... I don't detect... I had to really, really listen hard to hear a discernible difference between this one and the more expensive models. This is fine. $40, $49, that's all you really need for me at least. Obviously, the audiophiles are probably going to say like, oh, it's not as good as blah, 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 blah. Listen, this is a gaming headset. It's $49. I mean, what more do you want? Works, to me, it's a great price for this model. The other good thing about having a headset is once it's actually connected to your phone, you can actually use it to make calls. And I can tell you this, when I was on calls with this thing, it was a lot better than using a Bluetooth headset. And that's an obvious thing. There's no comparison, because most of the Bluetooth headsets, I have one that's basically sits on your ears like this, and the microphone's up here. When you have the microphone right here, you don't have to shout. You don't have to scream, and the other person can hear you very clearly. And I'm gonna give you an audio sample of the microphone right now. Now you should be hearing me from the actual microphone of the Cloud Stinger headset right now. And as you could hear, obviously my voice doesn't have the booming bass of a lot of other people's voices. However, you could tell that the microphone quality is very good for this price headset, and is actually on par with the majority of other stuff that I've reviewed in the past, because let's face it, these microphones aren't stereo, they're mono. And to be honest, when you're dealing with voice only, this type of quality is pretty much going to be fine regardless. Even if it was like really bad, it would still be fine because it's just voice. However, I could tell you that the microphone quality in this is pretty damn good for $49. To recap pretty much everything that I've been saying, the Stinger right now, $50. You could buy it right now from Amazon, whatever. Comparing this to the other products that HyperX has, for instance, the Cloud 2 and the Cloud Revolver, to me, this is going to be the future of those lines, because all the design decisions that they've put into this really should make it over to the other product lines. And yes, obviously, those are more expensive, and yes, they sound a little bit better, they fit a little bit better. Like, for instance, the Cloud Revolver has that nice little thing on the head that actually holds it over your head and then snugly fits it on your head really nicely, and that's all great and everything, but honestly, moving to the future, if you already have those headsets and you're not traveling or anything, there's no reason to even look at this, because those are just better. If you're traveling, I mean, to me, this type of headset is a gaming headset for traveling. It folds up. I mean, look, it sits pretty much flat, and that's pretty much good to go right there. You put it in your case and you're good to go. Really, like, if you're doing LAN gaming, you know, you're going over LAN parties and stuff, and carrying that type of like headset, that bigger headset that doesn't fold or anything, this is the thing for you. $50, you can buy it right now. That kind of use case, really, really worth it. ASE Labs and ASE Publishing would like to thank HyperX Kingston for sending this product for review. You can check out links on ASE Labs and this video below to purchase this product, usually from Amazon. So check below, link in the description, hit it up, and you can buy this thing for $50 right now. For ASE Labs and ASE Publishing, I'm Aaron Schatz, and thank you for watching. Remember, subscribe button below my finger right here, big red button, says subscribe. You hit that, you'll be informed of all the reviews that we post. We also do 1-minute reviews, and if you haven't seen them, they're 1 minute or less, and basically, so yes, we do these very, very long form reviews, and if you don't have time, that's fine. You can go to our channel, check out the 1-minute reviews of everything that we do from, I don't know, it was like earlier this year or something we started. So if you don't have time to watch these reviews, you can check out the 1-minute review. I talk very, very quickly and very, very fast, and I try to scrunch this entire thing up into 1 minute. Obviously, it's not going to have the breadth that these longer form reviews are. So if you're going to watch the 1-minute review, come back and watch the long review when you actually have time to get the full in-depth thing of any product that we review. Check it out on the channel right now. And remember, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.